All right, hello. Welcome to I don't know what I'm gonna call this, maybe like building something with my programming language or something like that. Today we are going to build something with my programming language called Easy. Easy is a let me see if I can do this, a statically type interpreted programming language written in Go, version 0.19.2 currently, and it's come a long way. So I wanted to try to one of the ways that I find bugs is by writing a program, obviously, and getting some logic to work and finding bugs. So this is kind of serving as me building something to show the use case of the language as well as potentially doing some bug hunting. I'll have a link to the repo for the language and the repo to the website as well as the website itself in the description box below. All right, so this is easy. So do this. Let's just get a hello world going. Hello, easy. All right. And let's do easy main dot easy. And there we go. Um, so that's cool. So I was thinking about making a text adventure game. I was doing this in C before, a lot of logic, kind of go through all the flows of the of a language. So I'm thinking about doing something like that. So where to start? This is main dot easy. I should actually probably put this in main dot easy. Let's do, yeah, 1 second. New directory, we'll call it main, and then we'll put main.easy inside there. And when we do that, we have to do module main and do that. Okay. Now we can do another folder in here called, I'm doing this in the languages repo. I'm not going to push any of this to, obviously, to main. I'm just doing it locally. Um, Source. And inside source, let's create a library folder, and inside there, let's create one called types.easy. All right. Uh, it's a little larger. I have my OBS open on the same screen. You just can't see it, so I had to move it over a little bit. Um, Main.easy and types.easy. So I want to make a text adventure game, I think. Module. Also, if you notice some weird stuff with like the LSP, it's because it sucks. It's just I really just want the syntax highlighting. So don't worry about new Ruby module or anything like that. It's all good. It's all good. Um, Library. So const hero struct. Okay, so hero will have a name, which will be a string. It'll have a class, which will be hero class. It'll have a health and mana, which will be float. They'll have a level, which will be an integer. It's more specifically U8, because I'll probably just cap it to where it's like 100 or something, max level 100 or whatever. Um, and let's do a move set. So this will be their moves. This will probably be an array of moves or something like that. I'll zoom in a little bit too, just in case that's hard to see. Okay, an array of moves. Now, moves is going to be a struct two. So const move. Well, actually, let's do first. Let's do const hero class enum. So we'll just start with some like basic ones. We'll do warrior, deck warrior, mage. We'll start there for now. Um, now, s- I won't call them moves. We'll call it ability set. Ability, an array of abilities. Right. Ability. Okay, so an ability will have a name, a description, which are strings. Um, what else will an ability have? It'll have a damage, which will be a float. Should we just make it all integers, like all whole numbers? Health B. Yeah, let's just make that whole numbers. So this will be int for I 32. Let's make this no U 32. Okay. Um, oh, you know what? No, this should be so we can have it to where we have something like const ability effect, which will be in, so we can have it to where it's damage or healing. Call it base ability effect. It either does damage or healing. So then ability, we'll just call it effect, base ability effect. I spelled that right. I'll take that. Okay. And then we'll have the stat like number. So if it does damage, how much damage? And that'll be just do 32. So if it does damage or healing, how much does it do? And then ability will have also a target, which will be entity. Shoot. No, we won't do that. Not right now. So we have a name, a description, an effect, and a stat. I think that works. Does it heal or do damage? All right. So now that's that. And let's make a new file in here called cons constants constants.easy, and we'll do module library const max level max hero level equals 100 const max hero name len equals 30 const um think we keep it simple for now. Tales of Azoria. Get it? E-Z. Nice. Um, all right. All right, all right, all right, all right. So let's get this to print in main. So we need to import. So here we go. We got to do. Let's do import and use. So out of main to source slash library. And we're going to do print ln library dot game name. And let's run that. Let's see. Program must define main. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm not in the right file. Easy, easy tag main dot easy. Unexpected token. What? That shouldn't be happening. We should be able to do that. That's a bug. Excuse me. I had to sneeze. I had to mute myself. Yeah, that's a weird bug. That shouldn't be happening. All right, constability expected valid. Ah, yes. I forgot to put struct here. Now, with that being said, was I fine with comma desk? We should be. Yes. Okay. I was right. I didn't name it a struct. Okay. Um, so we got our game name, Tales of Azoria. Uh, uh, Let me make sure I can do this. Like Odin. Yes, that still works. So there's our alias there. Okay, so now what do we want to do? We can do something like this. We can do some string interpolation. String interpolation. Welcome to Tales of Azoria. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Um, uh, Friend Ellen. Mm. I'm not gonna worry about save state or anything like that right now. That's gonna be a bitch and a half to do. So um mm, mm, what is your name, brave traveler? And then we're gonna do temp name equals input. Use our built-in um print ln. Uh yes. So you are called, is that correct? Also, we can make a constant here. Mm. Also, we shouldn't need to use lib dot anything. We should just be able to do, yes, we don't need to do lib. We can alias if we want, but since we use import and use, we don't have to do aliasing, which is nice. So uh, all we need to do here is whatever confirm is. Nope. Do we need to? Yeah, we need to do this. Now that doesn't seem right since it's a variable. Oh, oh, it's asking for my input. I didn't even do that. Marshall. Yes. Okay. So we should need to do the string interpolation here because it's just a variable. All right. We're just Marshall. Yes. Okay. Nope. All right. So now we can do println. We need to create a function. We'll call it helpers.easy module library and do get confirmation. And this is going to return a Boolean. Um, and it's going to take a input as a string. So if input, hold on, let's go to the docs because I got to think about something. Docs, strings, compare. Compare two strings lexigraphically. That's not what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of is alpha. Contained is not really the best thing either because we could make an array. Hold on. We could do something stinky like this. Check it out. Const confirmations. It's going to be a string array. Different variations of it that are accepted. We don't need to do it that way. That's kind of gross. Um, we could just whatever they say, just automatically make it upper. So strings upper. Did I name it two upper? Upper. Nice, nice. Strings not upper input. Now we can use our new feature of switch cases or when it is. So when upper I'm sorry, is true is, and then we just add a default. Return true, return false. Invalid decision made. Please try again. And we should call our function get confirmation and whatever input is. Okay. Also, I'm not going to do that because the function needs a return too. So we need to do temp confirm information rule um, um, equals false. Actually, it says it with a default value, so we can do confirmation equals true. Confirm. Uh, dang it. Confirmation equals false. And we just have to return confirmation like that. So now we can do confirm name equals this. All right, let's run that. Oh, got some errors. Why? Unexpected token. Parameter name is reserved. Oh, duh. Um, user, let's say user input. Okay, there we go. Error occurred here. Wrong number of arguments passed. Dang it, I forgot about the damn thing. Temp confirm equals input. Module strings not imported. Oh, shoot. I'm tripping. This is incorrect. This is supposed to be yes. Get confirmation. No. Or constants. This is supposed to be yes. No. Now, as far as module string not being supported, that doesn't make any sense to me. Yes. Module strings not imported. What the fuck? Ah, strings. This would also throw an error, by the way. So that's a bug. So if if a strings is spelled as string, no error is thrown. Errors need to be thrown if a standard lib name is spelled incorrectly. Give a hint. All right, so that's a bug. Um, so yes, perfect. Okay, that works. So what next? What next? What next? What next? So we're getting my name. Now, what do we do with that name? We confirm the name. We need to create a hero. So we set the name. Now we need to choose a class. Okay. So let's go to our constants, make a new one. Const hero classes. It's going to be an array of strings as well, I think. Let's do warrior and mage. Okay, so for each CN hero classes, print on, we'll do some string interpolation here. Uh, 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 let's do count, temp count int equals 0. We don't even have to do that. Um, count plus equals 1 for each one. And then we just have to do um, something like this. Count dot C. Oh, right. Here, so if you have a, I forgot about this. If you have a constant array, you have to provide a size. Now, the size doesn't necessarily have to match. You can have one element in here and expect it to be two, because you might change it later. But for constant arrays, you must have this because they're immutable. Um, so keep track of things. Dynamic arrays do not need a size, obviously. Yes. And there we go. So we now need to keep doing that. We now need to um, actually print a message here. In, what is your area of expertise? Okay. Now the user has to pick one or two. So temp class equals read int if class now can I do something? Hold on. If class is not in range, ah, Oh, that error is old too. Holy shit. Okay. I'm gonna make a new. Right, got two bugs now. Go back over here. Um, Not in range. When class is one, you are a powerful mage. Is two. Alright, so you are a triumphant warrior. And then default valid decision. I'm gonna make that a constant, I think. Now all we gotta do is this. I spelled that wrong. Invalid. Invalid. All right, let's try that now. So if I enter three here, invalid decision make, please try again. Now, um, this is not a function, so we should probably make that because otherwise we won't be able to really try it again. And this will return and all right, that works. So now we can call this function up here. Yeah, that works. Let's just do, so we can ignore that for now. To do, don't ignore this. Yes, I am a seven. Invalid, try again. One. Oh, what? Is read it not working? Oh shit, hold on. That is not good. Hmm. Let's do input and let's convert the input to int like that. Let's try that now. Error occurred here. Return time mismatch. Expected int got string. Ah, yes, 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 yes. Can we do the class is the int conversion of it? That way we don't need to do this anymore. We just do class and then return class, and that's fine. Yes, and one. Ah, powerful mage, indubitably. Okay, so we're getting my class, we're getting my name. What else does a hero need? The rest is just kind of default stuff, right? Level, automatically zero or one, I should say. Okay, so now we can do create new hero. This will return a type hero, and it will take in a name and a class. In this scenario, we'll do it as an integer since that's how we're getting it, but whatever. Hero equal, let's do temp hero equals new hero. Okay, reference that. Hero dot name equals name. Let me change these to name, name and class. Okay, so hero dot name is equal to n and hero dot class is equal to, or hero dot name is equal to n and hero dot class is equal to c. The rest should be straight up defaulted out. So hero dot um oh, abilities. Well, I guess default will just do that. So create new hero returns hero. Temp hero equals create new hero. Um, and we're gonna pass in name or yeah, name and uh class. Okay, now let's do this. Is print ln hero. This function must have a return value. Ah, return hero. Return type not defined. Live dot. Interesting. Why did it let me build there if that was an issue? That's not good. Create new hero. The joys of an interpreted language. Yes, one. All right, perfect. Okay. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not worried about that. Okay, so we got a basic program going. pretty basic stuff, just some inputs and whatnot. But we're using string interpolation. We're using for each loops. Um, we're using our when is, which is the same as a switch case. We're using return values, return types, using modules and standard library. So good little test run. So this is episode one. I hope to continue this because I do want to actually make something with my language. So found a couple bugs too. The bugs that we found, really just an old error being thrown when range is being used somewhere else when it's not supposed to be. Um, that needs to be fixed. And then you can misspell a standard library import in an import statement, and it doesn't throw a compile time or runtime error. It lets you build, which is not good. And then read int, the built-in read int is not working for some reason. So I'll make some issues and try to figure those out. Uh, anyway, thanks for watching. Peace.